Welcome to Bay Sunday. I'm your host, Kenny Choi. We begin with our pitch. If you have a show idea, we would love to hear from you. You could go to facebook.com/Bay Sunday and comment to the page. Please welcome Mark Fishkin and John Antonelli from the Mill Valley Film Festival, sponsored by KPIX5 and KBC WTV. Well, gentlemen, welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning. So give us some of the highlights of this year's film festival. I know a lot of people are excited for it.
Yeah, we're very excited about it. I think it's a festival of, yes, tremendous star power, but also great depth. So opening night, we have two amazing films. We're going to be showing La La Land, and our guests will be the director, Damien Chazelle, and Emma Stone. And our second film on opening night, yes, we have two films on opening, is called Arrival, and Amy Adams will be our guest, and she'll be here as well.
And another movie that a lot of people are looking forward to, your film that you produced and directed. Tell us a little bit about that.
Thanks, Kenny. It's called The New Environmentalists, and it's short documentary profiles of environmental activists from around the world based on Goldman Prize winners. Every year, the Goldman Environmental Prize in San Francisco gives an award to an activist on each continent. And my group has had the privilege of making those films for the past 13 years, narrated by Robert Redford. And every year, essentially, the Mill Valley Film Festival, a great champion of Bay Area filmmakers, has shown those films.
Well, we have a short clip from that. Let's take a look and then talk about it more afterwards.
Many of us are trying to find ways to build a more sustainable world for future generations. On every continent, there are new environmentalists who are making personal sacrifices that most of us can't even imagine.
And I went to this man's door, and I told him about the incinerator. He just said, "What you kids are doing is pointless." And it was disheartening, but it also lit this sort of fire.
The New Environmentalists, ordinary people affecting extraordinary change.
So, John, tell us about some of the recipients of this award and some of those people that you've interviewed.
Maxima Acuna, who was from Peru, fought a gold mining company from taking over her farm and developing it, which would have destroyed the water source in the mountains in Peru. And she's like the kind of quintessential activist in those stories where she stood up. Her life was threatened. She was beaten. We just learned 2 days ago that she was put in the hospital by thugs who were on the side of the gold mining company who wanted her to leave her farm. It's those kind of stories where people's lives are actually threatened. They put their lives on the line to try to protect the natural resources in their communities.
And how did you get Robert Redford involved?
You know, it's funny. He has, for so long, been an environmental hero and activist himself. And LeRae Rominger, the deputy director of the prize, put in a call to him 13 years ago when we first started doing these films, and got an immediate yes. And he's showed up every year for 13 years as we've done these films, and he does it happily and does it as a donation to the cause.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And Mark, as the founder of this film festival, what kind of films are you looking for? How do you choose the finalists for your film festival?
Well, certainly one thread is the kind of films that John is talking about. Not only because it's a Bay Area film, and there's so many great films, both documentary and narrative, coming out, but because we believe in the power of film. So we have a section that's called Active Cinema that's not only dealing with the environment, but dealing with social change, and films like Do Not Resist that deal with the militarism of the police force. So that's one area. Well, as I mentioned earlier, we have tremendous star power, and we usually like to honor films. Great films could be in any budget, and there are people in the industry like Gael Garcia Bernal, who will be honoring with his new film Neruda, Nicole Kidman with her new film Lion, Ewan McGregor with his new film American Pastoral, the great Julie Dash, who did Daughters of the Dust. We have a new print of her film. All these people will be here in person, plus Annette Bening with 20th Century Women, Aaron Eckhart with Bleed for This. It's an amazing lineup.
Yeah, that's a lot of name dropping there, but certainly an impressive list. Congratulations. Tell us quickly, how did you get into this? You started off at a very early age.
Yes, very, very young. And I just thought that there was something about film that combined all the different arts, as well as, you know, the potential to really do good. And so when I was 28, 29 years old, I had the privilege of being at the first Telluride Film Festival, and that was really my model. And 4 years later, I started Mill Valley. So we have, a lot of world premieres, too, of American independent films. Edward James Olmos will be here with a film called Monday Nights at 7, which is such a beautiful film. And, to be able to do world premieres like that, or a local film like Rendezvous, is really something very special for me and for everybody that works with us at the film festival.
Well, I think a lot of people are looking forward to this film festival. Congratulations on your new film as well, John.
Thanks, Kenny.
Thank you for being here this morning.
My pleasure. Thanks for having us.
For more information about the Mill Valley Film Festival, you could log on to mvff.com. That's mvff.com. We'll be back with more Base Sunday after this break.